everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Kat, this is my husband Scott, and we've recently moved from the UK to Innisfil in Ontario. So this is just a video just based on our experiences from moving to the province of Ontario. This might not be what happens to everyone, but this is some things that I wish that I knew before moving to Canada.
Part one.
Part one. Point number one. Snow pants and snow boots. So if somebody says to you, have you got snow pants?
Snow trousers.
Well, yeah, but what would you think when they said snow pants? So my cousin messaged me before we come out here and said, make sure you get Taylor some snow pants. And I was just like, what the hell are snow pants? So snow pants are trousers that go over the top of your trousers to protect you from getting your trousers wet, and obviously to keep you warm and dry in the snow. Now, in England, I don't even know where to go to even look for some snow pants.
They do them. They do like from what I remember, like the Rock shop, obviously in Port Solent and Snow and Rock and places like that. Like essentially, it's salopettes. It's exactly the same as salopettes.
Yeah, I guess so. But I just said, oh, we'll look at when we get to Canada and we'll get him some out there because they're more into that kind of winter weather gear. However, looking back now, I do wish that we'd bought some more snow pants before we left England so that we were prepared for him, because as soon as we got here and it's snowing, and if you've got children, the first thing they're going to want to do is go out and play in the snow. So when we were quarantining in our Airbnb, he would come in like trousers. I keep on wanting to say pants now, I'm Canadian already. He would come in with his trousers literally soaking wet, be freezing, and gloves. So we only come with just like the basic gloves that you would get in England. Woolly gloves. And they are no good in the snow. That is one of the points that I would have wanted to do, is stock up on mittens, like waterproof and snowproof mittens and gloves, and snow pants and snow boots, because trainers are just not going to cut it out here. The snow is really, really deep and it's going to come up to probably nearly the top of your boots, so you need snow boots.
We also needed snow boots as well.
Yeah, so we also needed.
You've bought 2 pairs since you've been here, and I've bought a pair.
No, 1 pair I've bought.
You bought 1 pair of you?
Yeah, those are just, the other ones are just like leather boots. They're not for the snow. But I went to Mountain Warehouse, the outlet, and bought a pair of snow boots for something like $29 because I didn't want to spend a lot of money. And Scott got his snow boots from Canadian Tire. Do you remember how much you paid?
About $60.
$60. Point number one, be prepared, because it's cold out here. There's so much snow. In the winter, yeah, we've come in, we arrived in January, so it's in the part that we're in the snow belt in Barrie, Innisfil area. There's loads of snow, so come prepared and bring lots of warm weather gear, especially if you've got children, because they're going to want to get out there straight away. Point number two. Your credit rating. So back in England, we were homeowners and we had really good credit rating.
Top of the chain. Top
of the chain credit ratings. As soon as you come here, you have 0 credit rating, so you are back to square one.
It's like you're 16.
Yeah, it's as if you've never had any credit and you're coming here with nothing. So both of us brought our phones over here.
Unlocked.
Now, yeah, so that is a point that you need to do. So come over from England with your phone unlocked, because if you want a Canadian SIM card, that's pretty much all you can get to begin with. Now, this is based on our experience. I don't know anyone, if you can come here and get a phone straight away, I don't know how you've done it.
Unless you pay it outright.
Unless you pay it outright, because when you come here and you go to a phone store, they have to run a credit check. Now, as soon as they run the credit check, it flags up that we are nobody and we don't even have a credit score. They will only offer you a SIM card. They will offer you a contract. So I come out and I got a SIM card with Virgin Mobile. So Virgin Mobile offered me a contract SIM. So I was paying $50 a month and getting 6 GB of data, unlimited phone calls, unlimited text. They will literally hand you things, and then it's down to you and like trust for you to pay it. So you don't sign any direct debit mandates.
Which we'll go into more in our
we'll
next
cover
video.
that in the next video. But credit rating is non-existent. So what you will want to do is speak to your bank when you get a bank set up out here and open up a credit card. Now, because you've got no credit rating and you've just come here, it will be a very, very basic credit card, but the purpose of it is not to go and spend loads of money. The purpose of it is to build up your credit rating and to, say, go and get your groceries and pay for that on your credit card and then pay it off straight away. So I have already got myself, and we've only been here since January and it's now the end of February, I have already got myself on a fair credit score. So Scott is still waiting for his credit score to show up, aren't you?
I've paid my bill, my mobile bill and things like that, but for some reason it's not showing up on mine yet.
And we don't know why that is, but that is the tip number one. You won't be able to come out here and get a mobile phone. If you can, then I apologise, but this is our own experience. So this is what we are experiencing and want to tell everybody else to that they may experience when they come over here. Point number 3.
Number 3.
Transferring money. So we've opened up a bank in Canada, but for obvious reasons we didn't want to transfer all of our money and the money that we had from the sale of our house across, because the exchange rate might change. So we would possibly lose lots of money if we transferred it now.
Look at the market. The exchange rate is due to go up.
We didn't want to transfer it all over, so we transferred some over to start us up with our Canadian bank accounts. But the thing that you'll need to look into is how you're going to transfer that money. So first of all, I had money in a HSBC account, and I've also got money in a Starling account. So the money in HSBC, I tried to transfer to myself in Canada, but it does charge you fees, and it didn't work out at a very good exchange rate either. So I had a look around. My Starling bank, I looked at that, but I didn't realise when I opened the account, because I only opened the account really because I looked at Monzo and Starling and saw that you can use their cards in Canada and you don't get charged any fees. However, what I didn't realise before I did this is that you can't transfer to Canadian dollars, you can't transfer to a Canadian bank account. And I didn't know that before I opened the account. So that completely ruled Starling out. I would then have to transfer from my Starling bank to my HSBC, and then from my HSBC to my Canadian bank account. So we found a company called TransferWise. So you can download the app or you can do it on a desktop. I've downloaded the app. TransferWise will give you pretty much the rate that you see if you Google what is the GBP to the CAD, the pounds to the Canadian dollars. It will pretty much give you that figure, and the fees are really, really low. So if you're transferring even just a small amount of money, it works out really well to use a company called TransferWise. I literally opened up the TransferWise account, and then there is a button to say send money. Now if you click on send money, you can then put in the details of where you want to send the money to, and it will, once you get through to the final screen, it will say this is the amount in English money that you need to transfer. TransferWise will give you their bank details. You transfer it to them, and then the process goes, so you can see it updated all the time. It will tell you when the funds have arrived to TransferWise and when you can expect your money. But where we are in Canada, I tried to transfer through TransferWise, and my bank held the payment because they couldn't confirm who TransferWise were and why I was transferring them the money. So I had to, in the end, call HSBC and give them authorization to release my money to TransferWise.
So what I would say is that if you are planning to come over and use TransferWise, perhaps do a transfer in the UK first so your money doesn't get halted.
Point number 4.
Number 4.
Sunnies, aka sunglasses. So bring sunglasses. So even if you're coming in the winter, which we have,
What do they call them? Is it polarized glasses?
I've no idea.
Whatever
But
it is.
you need to bring sunglasses.
Ones that are a good lens on them. Polarized, I think it is. I might be wrong. And it stops the reflection of the sun on the snow, and also the snow being so white and bright. So when I take Simba out for a walk across the fields, it is bright white everywhere, and you kind of spend the whole time with your hand down looking down if you forget your sunglasses.
Yeah, so I went out the other day and my eyes were just streaming with water. So although you look silly going out in a puffer jacket, scarf, woolly hat and your sunglasses, you'll see that pretty much everyone's the same. And everyone's doing that to protect your eyes, because even if it doesn't look that sunny out, with the streets covered and just bright white snow, it does bounce up and it does affect your eyes. So point number 4, remember your sunglasses.
Sheets.
Point number 5.
Number 5.
Education. So this is a big thing that we didn't quite realise out here. So when we were in the UK and we were looking at jobs out here, we were looking at the requirements, and quite often it would say grade 12. When I googled grade 12, it was kind of leading me to believe that that was just passing school. So in my
High school
head,
education
yeah, in
is
my
what it
head,
says there.
that was your GCSEs equivalent. However, when we've come out here and Scott is looking for, well, he's in the process of going through for a job, GCSEs mean nothing. So they
And workplace diplomas
Oh, yeah.
and city and guilds count for 0. So I've got lots of workplace diplomas. I've got stuff that I did through the military, and I've got city and guilds, and it will not count for a thing. It is not recognised out here, or it's not recognised by WES, which is the World Education something or other. But yeah, so basically it's like I don't have an education, which
Yeah.
I do. I'm very well qualified in what I do.
But it's
not
specified, but it's
recognised.
specialised, isn't it? So Scott's got like level 3 diplomas. I've got level 3 diploma because it was work done in a workplace rather than a college or a university institution.
It's not recognised.
They do not recognise it, and it cannot go towards our grades. Now I'm fine, because if you've watched my previous videos, you'll see that I'm out here doing a full-time 2-year college course. However, Scott, for employment, because he doesn't have what they're classing as a grade 12 education, he has now got to do, is it a GED?
GED.
So he's got to take a GED
General equivalency
to
diploma
get
or
into
something.
the prison or wherever he wants to go on from here. So he has to take this GED, a hoop that he's got to jump through,
Yeah.
that we didn't realise before we left the UK, because if we had have realised, then Scott could have done a part-time diploma through a college institution that would have been recognised out here, and he could have done that before we come over here and at least had something and not have to do the GED. But again, that is something that we wish we'd learnt before, or wish we'd known before we left the UK.
I mean, there's still employment opportunities without that.
Yeah.
The difference is what the field of work that I want to go in and remain in, I have to kind of do this GED to be able to go to that next step. And I've explained it to them. I'm going through the vet and everything at the moment. It looks like I won't be starting until June or July, and I'm doing other work until then. But until I can actually get into that, I have to have done my GED.
Point number 6.
Number 6.
So the other thing that we didn't realise was how the school holidays work out in Canada. Well, when I say Canada, I'm talking about specifically where we are, which is Simcoe County in Ontario. So the school holidays, they do not get 2 weeks at Easter here, and they do not have all of these half terms. So the school holidays,
They're really tight.
for here go 1 week in March,
Spring break.
spring break.
They obviously get their bank holidays off as well, so they get a Good Friday off, and a Good Easter Monday off. But that's all they'll get for Easter.
And then they get 2 months off in the summer. So Taylor will break up at the end of June, and then he doesn't go back until the beginning of September.
I think it's like 29th of June to the 3rd of September or something like that.
Yeah. So he'll have 2 months off for the summer, and then they have 2 weeks off at Christmas. So they have a longer summer holiday than the kids do in the UK, but then they miss out on the half terms. But one thing I will say about the schools is that Taylor absolutely loves school out here. And when we were in England, he would come home and it's always, oh, I hate school, or oh, I don't want to go to school. Out here, he is desperate to go to school, and every day he comes home happy and says he's had a great day at school. So
Because he's a new kid with the accent, that's why.
the schools are obviously doing something good out here. But yes, what I didn't know was that the holidays that they have to it. But that is something that we didn't know before we left the UK.
But it appears that they have quite a lot more bank holidays. So we've recently had last
Family
week
Day.
Family Day. Obviously, they have other days like Canada Day. And there's other bank holidays as well. So I think they have more bank holidays out here than what we do in the UK.
Yeah.
But as a whole, I think what do we have off in a year in school? Is it 12 weeks off for the kids here?
I don't even know.
No, it's probably more than that, is it? So 6, but yeah.
Okay guys, so this was just a quick video for today, just to let you know some of the things that we wish we knew before moving from the UK over to Canada, and just to remind everybody again that this is purely based on our own experience of moving to Ontario in Canada. This may not affect everyone, people might be different.
Oh, I do have one more point.
Oh, okay, point 7.
Yeah, point 7. So I'm a big tea drinker, and like most British people, love a cup of tea. Tea bags out here are absolutely awful. If you are coming over here, bring your own tea bags.
You did bring your own
Yeah, I
tea
did,
bags,
yeah. But I've experienced their tea bags, and it's awful. So I'm very grateful that I've got my Yorkshire teas, and I would recommend anyone that likes a good strong brew, bring your own tea bags. Because honestly, you won't be able to get a good cup of tea out here.
So I can't really comment on that because Scott's the tea drinker and I'm the coffee drinker. I can say on behalf of coffee drinkers that I'm very satisfied with Canada's coffee supply. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Remember, this is only part 1 of our video, so we will be doing part 2 shortly, which will be things that we've learnt after we've come to Canada, and if there's anything that we've forgotten, then we'll add it in the next video. If you guys have got any questions for us that you'd like to know or you'd like us to answer in the next video, then please comment below and we'll look to answer anybody's questions in the next video. But thanks for watching, and if you'd like to continue watching, please remember to like and subscribe, and our next video will be out shortly. Thanks guys.
Bye.